You don't even drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, like a milkshake or...
Oh, you get a milkshake. Oh.
You don't want to say a milkshake, mate.
This includes venues as well, so when you go out, get that rig out before you get kicked out. That's something I live by.
Because I know we'd go to horse camps and you'd meet everyone and then everyone would keep in touch with you. You'd get on MSN and then...
You want to readdress that?
What?
What kind of camps are you going on?
Anyway, week of a lifetime. It was absolutely massive. I was all over the place, driving hours
Didn't
and hours
you just
a
do
day.
your weekly update?
Well, that was not it.
Hello and welcome to Trust Us. Obviously, the big dog's back. I know there were some concerns last week when I was a bit MIA, but
Bit MRI?
Maybe I
You
need
probably
an
were
MRI.
MRI.
That's a big chance. Yeah, but no, we tested out the Trust Us Network list. You know, the podcasters have got on call, and felt like the young calf Darcy, he sort of did all right.
He's done well. He definitely, if we're trying to get people emotional or like to get some kind of reaction out of them, he definitely achieved that, especially from me when he filled in for me. A lot of libel, a lot of defamation, I would say, but definitely appreciated right at the end you begging for me to return. So I thought that went well for me on that episode.
I felt I was a bit disappointed in his performance in regards to he let you talk about politics as part of your weekly update. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how is this? You've seen a weakness in your co-host and you took it. It was your opportunity. You've waited 42 episodes to go hard with politics.
I am not going to sit here and take that from someone who I know has $50 on the seat of Aspley going Labor's way. That is the most unhinged bet. Honestly, people show you like a 20-leg multi. I think this is more shocking that you've chosen a seat in the Queensland election and you've taken Labor. And I'm pretty sure that you took them at 4, and I think now they're paying 8. Are they coming in? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, look, it's probably the worst bet I've ever made in my life.
Yeah, I think it's the worst I've ever seen.
I don't know what I was doing. Admittedly, you told me that it was worth putting 50 on the election for Labor to win in general. And I was like, yeah,
that's not my political belief, and I don't necessarily think that's going to happen. I just think that, anyway, here we are talking about politics. It's fun.
Well, now, we've come in another 20 cents. We're actually getting a bit closer. When is the election? I didn't put my vote in.
Next time you're in Queensland, if that pays off, we're going to Aspley and we're going to have a bottomless brunch or something.
Anyone that is in Aspley, vote Labor. Please, vote Labor. I'll buy you a beer. I'll chip in.
Anyway, you better move on, mate. You're going against your own cardinal rule. Let's talk about religion, actually. I think that could be a fun change of pace.
Yeah, I don't hate it. But
sorry. I do have a religious hot take that you're going to love.
Right.
You're actually going to hate. I had this really strong repulse, like this feeling of rejection and disgust recently. And
yeah, I've been there.
And I'm sure a lot of girls have been there with you as well. No, it was Mr. Brightside came on at an event.
Oh yeah,
and I felt bad about it. I'm like, oh, here we go again.
What?
I know.
What do you mean?
I know. I'm a huge Mr. Brightside guy. Big fan of the Killers. Actually, even to this day, new stuff. Big fan. But Mr. Brightside came on. I just went, oh, give it a break.
Oh, what? What was the event? Like, what was cooking?
It could have been anything. It could have been a rodeo. It could have been pre-drinks. No, it was a crowd. I was at the Birdcage, I reckon. Brightside came on and I was just like, oh, give it a rest. I don't want to hear this. We want to go there and scream about coming out of my cage. And I'm like, give it a break. Anyway, so I know that you identify as a Brightsider or something like that. Yeah, Brightsider. Yeah. So I don't know how you feel about that, but I hated it. I hated every minute.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't appreciate the disrespect. Like, that's a song of our generation, you know?
It is.
Like, maybe if you say you're allowed a 21st or something for some younger person in your family or something, and then they played it, and then they're all getting around it. Then you're allowed to be like, you're not allowed to appreciate this. That's not your generation, folks.
Yeah,
So-
no, I hear you, but it was it made me feel bad, and I felt bad about the song, and now I can't listen to it. So I don't know if it's like avocados, how I was kind of into avocado, and then suddenly I was completely off it. I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted.
You bought a house?
No,
You're like, shit, I better not.
You know why I'm off avocados? It's because of you.
Oh, true.
Because of a really decadent.
Overfed ya.
Yeah, it was a really good breakfast after one of the biggest nights I've had. And Dos fed me brekkie, and I was like, hell yeah! And I just ate so much of it and felt like crap for like 3 days. Never tried avocado since. It's been incidentally in places, but I've avoided it like the plague.
Yeah, crikey. Well, what I didn't avoid this year was footy trip. Shot up to Cairns. It was an interesting footy trip. Admittedly, I've never done a footy trip. I don't know what. Every time I go to a club, they like. I don't know if they deliberately don't do it because it can be toxic on the beers sometimes. But they did it this year, so I was like, all right, stuff that I'm in. And obviously, my team this year were all children, so I went up with a bunch of millennials. Not a single person was born in the 90s. We had 2 older dudes from the 80s.
Crazy.
And the rest were born from the 2000s.
Wow.
So that
and
was,
then did the kids start playing Mr. Brightside? Did you
No.
keep it?
Oh, no, I was pumping it. And I was like, you guys know this song? And they're like, oh, we hear it every now and again. I was like, this is the song. So, no, I got around. It was pretty good fun. I think it made me realize I'm getting to the end of my career for footy. So I'm like, oh, shit. But still, good route, good shout, good get up in Cairns in the sunshine. Then shot across to Townsville, got a bit more of the sun, did some go-karting, and then flew across
Some go-karting. Slow down.
Yeah.
With who?
With Jed, with me, the part of the throuple, our third.
Thruple, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm signing up on that. we
Fair
said some pretty regrettable things, but I feel like that's right up there.
Yes.
Go-karting though, were you channeling? Were you kind of thinking maybe it's not too late? Maybe I've got a bit to go about this. Maybe I don't break until the last minute like an absolute legend.
Because I was humming too. And I actually, I got on the board for the quickest time. I wasn't the quickest, but I was up there.
What?
All
time?
No, all time. I was only about a second and a half off the best.
What, dude?
I'm
That's
pretty
crazy.
Sure. Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I know Townsville probably pumping out some race car drivers.
I'm dead set.
They have
Dead
it.
set.
Like they have V8 supercars up there, don't
But
they?
you're not a regular driver. You don't do this very often, do you?
Yeah, true.
You just pulled up and became like a generational board talent.
Yeah, I had to show
You
him
came
my
in
license.
sixth. That name at number 7th, Daniel Ricciardo.
I had to dust off my license when I gave it to him, show him I could still drive. So, but no, that was good fun. It was, it was pretty rowdy. And then, flew across the Long Reach. It was quite nice flying alongy because it was one of those outback flights. And there was sort of like a 20-seater plane. Yeah, shout out to Rex while it's going into administration. And 20 seats, but there's only 6 of us on the flight. And then, so like the stewardess is basically like, it feels like a private plane. Like they're definitely losing money on that flight. Like I did the maths and basically they made $1,000 before the flight.
I mean, we can get political again here if you want.
We're not.
It's a subsidized route, Dos.
Yeah, I know the fucking secrets behind it.
money. Oh, poor Rex.
I'm not saying poor Rex. I'm saying I was on a private jet.
you went from like 7th on the Townsville Springs go-kart course straight into the private jet. You're living the F1 dream, dude.
Literally. 100%. That was great. So that was a nice experience. And then obviously pulled up in Longy. And I believe that's my room where you are right now.
Yes, it is, actually. Lovely little guest room. It's got the only split system in the house until you were evicted from it, of course, because we had better friends, high-ranking friends come in.
Yeah, I thought I was up there. I actually thought I had a pretty solid position in the friend rankings.
Yeah.
But
and then a pregnant woman showed up, so, I mean...
yeah.
But yeah, no, stayed here, and thanks for coming, mate. Always an absolute pleasure to have you there. And do you know what we should have done? I think we talked about this on a long distance dating episode. Oh yeah, we don't talk about that episode because it was hard. I'm pretty sure. But what we should have done, and what I was actually almost prepared to do, was book my Melbourne trip.
Oh yeah.
I reckon we need to do that soon.
Yeah. Agreed.
So anyway, we'll suss it out, but we need to lock it in.
Yeah. 100%.
Because then once that's paid off, maybe I can sneak another one in the year when we've got some money out of the blue.
Because if you're paying it from the year before, then it's part of that budget. It's not part of the 2025 budget.
I mean, it's technically 24-25 financial year, but we're talking about annually, January to December, 2 separate years, 2 separate budgets.
Easily, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my week. I've been busy. I didn't have time for the pod. Sorry, guys, but I'm back, and you're gonna get a new, fresher, tanned version.
Well, for the odd reel that might come out after all of this filming that we do.
every day
all the effort we go to look good, and you've got your plant in the side of your screen there.
I know, it's like in my face too.
Yeah. I tried to get, and you'll need to help me get this back in place. I tried to get my Fireys P-Cats in the background there, but you made me move the camera.
True, I did without even realising it.
Yeah.
Well played, Dos. Well, what did we do in Long Reach?
What did we do, Dos? What did we do? What can we talk about today?
I had a long, hard think about this, and I was like, what do we do in Long Reach every time we're there?
We have a ball, mate.
We have the Flyers Ball for the Flying Doctors in Long Reach.
Yeah, they are in Long Reach. They're probably based in Townsville or Brisbane, but yeah, we do. And the Flyers Ball for if you're listening from Boardman or from Aspley, Flyers is basically this really awesome event in Long Reach where everyone dresses to the nines. I mean, we've got people ranging from corporate types like me that you'd expect to dress up and look a bit snazzy. We've got shearers decked out. We've got, all the tradies. We've got the doctors and the nurses and the teachers and the blah, blah, blahs. Everyone dresses up as nicely as they can. We go to the race course or a different venue. I do have thoughts on the venue, but we're not going to go into that on this pod because it's pretty niche.
That's political.
It's getting political, especially out here.
Chat.
I can find myself on the outer by dressing. But we go to the race course. It's fairy lights. It's a stage. We've got live music. We've got cocktail vans. We've got bars. It's places to sit and chat. A photo booth. It's just one of those classic nice events. And Dos is on an absolute tear. Breaking away from Jed, who's been to 2. Our good buddy Jed, he came to the last 2. Prior to this year, and then you've come out for your 3rd. And why do you bother, mate?
I love suiting up, to be fair. In uni, it'd be 2 balls a year. I'd probably go to 3 nearly. There was always
the business ball.
Had business, law ball, sports ball, sometimes crash and nurses ball. Hey. There needs some boys there.
Lots of male nurses. Shout out to male nurses.
And footy ball every year. So there's always a ball on. And I love it, mate. A chance to suit up. And I'll admit, Long Reach surprised me because it's like black tie. And they say black tie, but you assume it's not really going to be black tie. But it's actually pretty black tie compared to a lot of balls.
A very minority of people don't actually have a red hot dip. And I mean, some of the it's hot up here, even at night. We got like 4-piece suits. We got tails. We got some very nice dresses. I obviously only saw one on the night, my lovely wife's, but there were definitely, everyone was getting very well dressed up.
I saw plenty.
I saw plenty of them coming off, mate.
Oh, Jesus.
That's from your perspective, disclaimer. But,
no, interesting enough, it was quite funny. I found sort of like, when we're having prees and sort of prepping for the night. And basically, I was 7th wheel.
Ninth.
I
mean, this is a generationally deep wheeling. I comment, let us know. You can comment on Spotify, by the way. Definitely get around that. If you've been deeper than the 9th wheel, let me know. Because if you get into the double digits wheeling, that's kind of incredible. Not a single person. Just you and 5 couples.
Yeah. That was tough.
5 couples?
I think, yeah.
4 couples.
4 couples.
Us,
5 couples.
Rich,
yeah, we
George
didn't have the
Ben,
coops.
and the other guys. Yeah, 4 couples.
4
9.
couples. Yeah, 9. Yeah. So that was an experience. I was pretty comfortable with it because that's how I roll. But it was funny how the lads were sort of, the girls like, oh, who are you sort of chasing tonight? And I was just like, oh, I got my eye on this and that. And then all the boys like, oh, like Doss is such a nice guy. Like, he could really get with this nice girl. And then all the wives are like, no, he's not. And I was like, sorry, boys, but to be honest, I've probably got to agree with the wives. I think they're onto something.
Yeah, these girls know me.
Yeah,
they get me.
They know me. Boys just look at the positives. Girls see the whole picture.
Yeah.
So that was quite interesting. And then on the night when when I was having a bit of a crack, having a bit of a dip, there were certain people that I wasn't allowed to have a dip with. And because of that, I was hunted by the wives later on in the night. And I was innocent, mind you. I did nothing. Just clarify. But it was still a hilarious moment where I was standing in the beer line getting harassed by 3 wives. What are you doing? What are you up to? Where is she?
It's like Desperate Housewives or Neighbours or whatever. It's like there's that group of just like overly involved and concerned.
100%.
They're all checked up. The excitement's probably behind them now. They're with their long-term husbands and boyfriends. But yeah, then they see Dustin. They're like, get him.
Get him. And it's Hugs out there. I'm quite distinctly tall with a man bun. I'm pretty sure I'd be the only one there with a man bun.
I did hear people referring to you as man bun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not in a mean way either, which, I would
I'd expect out there.
Yeah, I would. But no, I did hear, I was hearing girls saying man bun. So there you go. Yeah. They've done well. You were easy to find as well. In fact, that was your problem too. Because like you said, the girls even could find you.
Yeah. And, I still had to come up with some excuses sort of to let down a few Sheilas easily, nicely.
Oh, you're a good bloke, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not, it's not true what the wives say about me.
No, I think the next morning at debrief, they admitted it.
They did. I got them all back on side.
We might have been wrong about you. And then you're
like, no, I've got them right where I want you. I'll see you next year, ladies. We'll run it back.
Yeah. But anyway, balls. It was kind of hard to come up with a name for this pod, like Road Guide to Balls.
What?
I think we're going to really isolate, part of our audience if we do that. But no, Road Guide to a Ball. Step one, fork out. I think it's important to make sure that you're going to a ball that is a little bit bougie. If you're buying $50 ticket, that's sus. I think that's too cheap. Like, that's a concern. You want to be spending probably $150 onwards. Ideally, was this 120 though? 150?
Well, 150 drinks included, minimum 100 onwards, sort of thing. Because basically, it trims the fat. It trims the people that aren't willing to put in and actually dress up, enjoy the night.
Yeah. People that would go, why'd I spend $100 just to put on an uncomfortable suit and tie and spend time with people that look fake or something? I don't know. I know what they say. I can't put myself in their shoes. I'm not like them.
Yeah, they're unrelatable. Yeah. So, I think that's important because you don't want drinks. And you want people that are just there to want to have a good time. They spent the money, they're like, fuck it, let's enjoy it now.
Yeah. I would challenge that a little because there was a period of time where you were looking at an op shop throw together outfit because you left your suit with Jed.
I did leave my suit in Longreach, and there was a point of panic because naturally this is a town without a Ferrari, without a politics, without a Myer, without a Target, without a
We've got T-Bone, Irvines, and Vinnies.
Yeah. So I would have been very interested to see what I would have come up with. I
was excited. I'll admit, even I was kind of like, Doss, let's go to the op shop. Let's do it. And you're like, no, leave it some time. I think it'll show up. No, let's go have a look. But you were confident that the suit was going to show up.
Yeah. Now, I back the Australian postal system. I know it's part of the minority, but I'm a big believer that the post office does a good service for Australia and shall continue to.
Shout out to our sponsors, Australia Post.
Australia Post. This is what they're spending their money on.
Yeah. You tell us if it's ill-advised. Yeah. No, that's good. Step 2, though. This is kind of obvious, and I am going to bring the obvious chat here, but don't get there too early. I reckon we got there an hour late.
Late?
Yeah. It started at 5:30, I think.
Yeah.
Or 4:30. No, 4:30 for the VIPs, la-di-da. Bottomless cocktails. It sounded nice. I'll be honest. A bit jealous. I think we might have got there around 6 or 6:30.
I think 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30. So we got there and you know, then you enter and it's just like there's energy. Enough people you know, you sort of like walk in like, hey. And you know, it's like that scene at all the movies where the couple walks in down the staircase or something like that, and everyone turns and looks.
Yeah.
You get that feeling from everyone. You're like, oh, and, you know, you're looking good as well. And like, oh, you sound good. A lot of people were remarking like, oh, Dan, your pants aren't torn this time. Because last time I had a big tear down the seat of my pants because I slut dropped. And pants could not take that. The tushy, the badonkadonk, there's a bit too much going on in the trunk.
You can't be slut dropping when you're a married man.
No.
Even your pants do that.
That was a sign. Hey, whoa up. Anyway, also, just enjoy your prees as well. I mean, Dos was talking about being the ninth man. He still had a good time. The dogs loved him. Someone had to look after the dogs, and he was that guy. He's got to put up a great video, I think. I don't know if it was a story or a post, but it was all of the wives and fellas sort of laughing and getting pictures together. And there was Dos with
playing with the dogs.
6 dogs, 6 beautiful border collies.
Yeah, a lot of dogs. I'll get around border collies any day of the week.
Yeah, but it was good fun. We had a good time. Had some cheap cocktails and went from there.
Yeah, I love the prep, the smell of like, you know, you've got everybody sort of half suited up. You know, you haven't quite got your jacket on, and you're slowly getting up and ready. And it's just, it's such a good vibe. It's so much fun. I love it. And then once you've dressed up to the nines, step 3, get a picture. It's very, very important to get pictures early. You just need to make sure you get the crisp photos early, and then you'll have the natural light. You'll sort of have sunshine. Sunset's always a good time. Before you actually get to the event, you want to take some photos before at your prees, and then once you get there, go straight to the photo booth, get a couple of photos early, and then as the night progresses, just keep taking photos. Because eventually one's going to be crisp.
Yeah. Thankfully, we got our picture. Very happy with the picture that we got together. Because, we've still managed to always get pictures, but this was a really sharp-looking one. I was very happy with the lighting and the shot.
Yeah.
But I stopped getting pictures because there's the concern sometimes that you're just getting pictures that you're not going to buy because you can't afford them. You know, they're going to be $100 a picture, or you can get 3 for $250 or something like that. But that was a big regret because it was all free this year at the Flyers Ball. And Danny, who was telling everyone, don't get pictures, mate. They're going to cost $1 million. He was like,
Danny.
ooh, that sucks. That was bad advice. So get the pictures anyway, you know? Maybe
fuck it.
It could be expensive. You just don't buy them. Screenshot them with watermark.
Force them to do extra work. And then don't buy it.
But there were probably groups that we missed out on, but I got the cores, got the key photos. But yeah, get those pictures because tell you what, they look good, especially if you're single.
Yeah, so, and always a good play as well. Here's a little wingman tip. If you see a group of girls like trying to take a photo, just be like, hey, I'll take the photo, and then boom, that's your little segue in. You've got their phone, steal it. Like they'll eventually find your iPhone. They'll be like, just a prank. How you doing, girl?
Come on in.
Come on in.
I saw part of that plan from you, so not the stealing part, but definitely is an icebreaker, easy one. Especially if you get on your knee and kind of take a picture, or you kind of do something a little bit extra.
So they see you're quirky.
Yeah, he's having a dip. You know, he's not just like. It's like no. Anyway, that's good. Step 4, load up on drink tickets if it's ticketed event, because there's always 2 lines, and oftentimes both lines are too long. So load up on the drink tickets, and then double park yourself almost at all times. I saw triple parks getting around. Probably not real good because then you're focusing more on like locked in on these drinks and keeping the trigonometry in place. And people talking to you like, no, hold on. I mean,
hold on. Don't talk to me.
Yeah. No, double park yourself and go from there. But Dos, something that we found that can save you hundreds, if not $150 worth of money is mind-sweeping. We were at the Birdcage the night before the Flyers, which was another big night, but
so
much
we're going
less.
on record with this?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. It was incredible. people were buying drinks and they were double parking, triple parking, whatever. They'd put them down, and then they'd get sidetracked and leave. And then we'd always wait. Just as soon as the ice starts melting, that's when you know it's been like 5, maybe 10 minutes, and you've watched it. And next thing you know, free drinks. And I reckon we could have gone to the birdcage that night and not bought a single drink.
Yeah. That was wild. I couldn't believe I've never been like in Melbourne.
They were
like,
everywhere. We weren't looking for them. Like we would sit somewhere or stand
we would
somewhere.
put them next to us. Like in our group, they'd put it like in front of us. I'm like, what is happening?
And just walk almost immediately. They're like, oh, I'm triple parked. I'm too busy focusing on these drinks. I need to put them down and move on.
Yeah. I couldn't believe how rapidly they'd leave. I just put it back, gone. They wouldn't even be near the group that they're talking to.
I was saying no to drinks at the end because I was like, they keep coming. They keep coming. So anyway, keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Don't let your budget get in the way of good time.
I am
also
a team
don't
Minesweeper.
steal drinks, but Minesweep.
Yeah. Ladies, be careful.
Yeah, we were happy to take that risk. But also, like I said, important point, we were in the corner of our eye.
From the point of it dropping to the point of us picking it up, we had eyes on it.
Yeah.
So, smart play. And I think it also, like, maybe it's the long reach youth because there was a younger crowd. And maybe they're not aware of, like, spending money on drinks is expensive yet.
Mum and Dad have 1,000,000 acres.
True, they're putting sheep farms behind that bar. Yeah, well, step 5, most important step. I love this step. The walk of shame isn't a walk of shame after a ball. When you're still in your suit, walking home in the morning, jacket slung over one side, tie loosely down, or a Sheila and you just got your heels on your shoulder. It is just a power play. Like you're like, I was looking good last night, and I picked up, and you all have to see me as I walk home and respect me for what I've done.
Yeah, I was talking to someone who said that they did, and I said to him, "Oh, so you did the walk of shame?" And they're like, "Walk of shame, buddy? No, I was like walk of pride. Like I was quite chuffed. I was walking around because you can get a bit of a reputation in a small town for doing the walk of shame, but do it in a suit or a bloody dress. I mean, come on, you look sharp. Someone goes, damn, nice.
Yeah, and like you've got with someone as well in their peak form because they're dressed up to their absolute best. Like you sort of fluctuate. You could look like shit some days after a run. The start of this pod, if anyone noticed, I was very red in the face because I went for a run.
You have changed.
Yeah, I got some colour back. It's nice.
Did you wear a red shirt to like play down how red your face was?
As soon as I saw the red, I was like, that would have highlighted it, I think. Or maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. I think
don't know
it
enough
actually
about
was
fashion.
a good... neither. I think it worked for you.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of the game. And then you've got, someone at their peak attractiveness. So there's even more credit to it.
Power to you. Power to you if you did a walk of blank, something better than walk of pride, I would say. Something that rhymes. Something rhymes with shame, but I can't think of it right now.
Yeah. No, I don't mind it. I'll let it play. I love it.
There you go. Flyer's Guide. Road Guide to a Ball. Stay tuned for Road Guide to Balls, gentlemen.
That's going to be on our Patreon account for the boys.
18 plus. But yeah, Road Guide to a Ball. Had a great time. And Dos, love that you come out to Long Reach. Very fun. And it makes that event. Even though there are a few good events, great events, I should say. We had the duck racing happening on the weekend, which is another great event. But there's something about just knowing that there's going to be generations of people that have been through Long Reach, that people might have come for 6 months and left, or a year and left, or they'd left in 2023 and come back just for the Flyers Ball. Super fun, and it's especially good having you there for it. So thank you, mate.
Cause them some chaos. We love it.
Moving on from that sappy moment, let's get into the serious business. I've got a blind ranking for you. What do you think of my double header blind ranking from the previous episode of food, fast food, and it was memorable, but I've forgotten it.
I think that's sort of how it went for me as well. I sort of zoned out by the second one. It was too much. You just got to stick with one. You cowards should have just done transphobic.
Oh, no. We're normal people, mate. We're just chill normal people. And there was
Nah, fair enough. I think Darcy's pretty comfortable on trams in Melbourne.
And I don't take trams, so I think they're cool. I'm like, cool, a tram. It's Melbourne time. I've got one for you, and feel free to say, hey, Dan, no more blind rankings. Leave that to me. But I've got the blind rankings to those classic Aussie nicknames that you would give someone that you don't know the name of. Oh, shit.
This is good.
I like it. Slow down. Remember, this is coming from the guy with the best hits of handshakes and fast food outlets. So I could find a way to completely subvert this. I'm going to start things off here. So basically, blind rankings. I'm just going to give him 5 in order, and he's going to be choosing the order from the jump. So he's going to commit to the ranking of this first one, which is... So
the first one is my preference to be called, and 5th is the least one you want to be called. Okay.
Yeah, but he doesn't know what's coming. It could be the best one could come first, and then it could be only get worse. And at that point, if he's ranked it at 4th, then he's going to be choosing some pretty awful nicknames. And he might have to justify himself, like Darcy managed to quite convincingly, I think, actually.
Yeah, you
with the handshake ones. You like the vice-like grip and the sloppy.
I just remembered the Red Rooster was a good shout. Very underrated. 100% team Red Rooster.
Yes, let's go. It's so good. It's so good. It is so far up there. It is so back.
Yeah, 100%. But your disrespect for a Porto blew me. That was fucking left field.
You're the only person I've ever gone to a Porto with. And twice. I've been there twice. The first time I was like, wow, this is super shit, but it's the only option at this servo on the way to Geelong or something.
Yeah.
And then the second time was probably on the sunny coast when we had options. And you were probably like, no, give it a go. Could have just been that servo or Porto. I was like, no, this actually is.
You really don't like
this time. It sucks. It's the worst. It's right on the list. It's not even close.
Yeah.
All right. So the blind rankings of those classic, generic kind of nicknames you can use on people that maybe you know the name of, or maybe you don't. I'm going to start off with one that everyone knows so that they get where I'm going with this. Mate.
Oh, I love mate too. Easy. That's just solid. I'll take it any day of the week. Hey, mate,
interesting that you've placed that there. It means that you've got some idea that there's better options than mate, which is an Aussie standard.
Yeah.
Secondly, let's go with Chief.
Oh, Chief. Oh.
Thanks, Chief.
Chief. Thanks, Chief. I don't hate it either, though. Chief's like, it's not a negative. Cheers, Chief. But I like it.
We're going to have an extended conversation after this, so
yeah.
Go ahead.
Three.
What about Legend? Thanks, Legend.
1. Get that every day of the week.
Interesting.
When I look in the mirror, let's go, Legend.
What about Champ? Thanks, Champ.
5. I knew that was coming. I left 5 open for it. But I'm concerned what's sliding in here.
Well, it's a bit controversial, actually. I think you might find it tough. What about the C-bomb? The big C-U-N-T. Some might even say cunt.
Yeah, I think 4. I probably would have nearly had it 5.
Really?
Because I don't love it. I think he's a sick cunt. Yeah, that's all right.
Fuck, that's good, mate.
Yeah, actually, I'll take that. That's probably
you said it and you were like, that felt really respectful.
Yeah. I was like, that is something I'd put on my resume.
That was coming from a good place.
Yeah. But I guess it could be used in different ways. Yeah. Because if somebody called me that on in a negative way, I'd be like, no, but fight.
Are you expecting when you're saying hello to someone for them to be like, hey, cunt?
You're short hello, that's for sure. Quick reply.
I guess so. Fair cop.
Yeah. Pretty happy.
So we've gone with Legend. He likes Legend at the top.
I like Legend.
Mate, number 2.
Yeah.
3rd, he's going with Chief. Likes Chief. C word, number 4. Number 5, Champ, which I think anyone would put Champ down there. I have to say,
here we go.
I felt this way. I've only just started feeling this way strongly. I was listening to Alpha Blokes for numerous hours on the way to Longreach. On the way to Yeppoon from Longreach with.
Did you just plug a different podcast?
I was. Not that no one knows what Alpha Blokes is here, mate. They're all dedicated trustees.
Yeah, they better be.
And they would always go on about getting champed or getting chiefed or whatever. I really like chief. I probably don't like champ. I probably don't say champ. Thanks, champ. No, I don't like champ. I really like chief.
Feels dirty.
Thanks, chief. I'll say it. I'll genuinely mean it. Thanks, buddy. Buddy. I could have put buddy on the list. I like buddy. Thanks, buddy. No, I don't know.
I don't like buddy.
No, you're right. Thanks, buddy.
If someone older
cheers,
said,
buddy.
thanks, chief,
you're right.
then I'm happy with it. But if someone younger says, thanks, chief, I'd be like, you should call me legend.
I actually feel a little bit gross about legend. Thanks, legend. It's like, shut up. I'm not a legend.
Oh, actually, yeah, you can use that.
No, but not like
in a really bad way.
No, but I'm not even trying to put a negative tone on it. I'm just saying generally when someone calls me legend, I even when they're like, I can tell they're kind of, I can't actually see them doing it in a nice way. Even if they are a nice person, they say legend. It's like, it's a bit patronizing. It's like, I'm not that good. I'm not that great. I'm good. I'm a chief.
It's like you tell a story of you doing something. Someone's like, oh, legend. Then it's a bit like, oh, that actually sort of bugs you.
Maybe. I mean, now when you say it like that, I do like when someone does something, I go legend. But I think if someone said, oh, great work, legend, or like, hey, legend, it's just like, shut up, I'm all right.
fair.
But I really like chief, and I don't think I should be seen as being patronizing when I say call someone chief. I'm actually I'm putting them as a higher rank than me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, fair. Yeah, no, I like it. I see the place for it.
Yeah. But I got champed by one of my family friends. He was probably a few years younger than me, maybe
younger champ.
He's 27. He's just joined the police. And I sent him a genuine, heartfelt, mate, you look good. That you are looking sharp. Well done. Proud of you. Good job. He's gone from the army into the police. He's not who you're thinking of. It's actually a family friend.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, yeah, thanks, champ. And I was like, fuck you, bro.
Especially
I was like, cheers. Oh, no worries, sport.
Yeah.
I fucking sported him.
Oh, don't mind it.
Oh, you think sport's good?
I think it's at least it's showing that you were hurt and you're retaliating with something that is still a little bit disrespectful.
Yeah, I mean, it says you're younger than me. Sport.
Yeah.
Nice job, sport. There's too many good ones, and they're all dangerous to use in the wrong context. It's a tightrope. So I thought that was a good blind ranking. There we go. What do you reckon? Am I going to get another shot later down the line?
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, I'll take it up next week, but the following week.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Shit. I mean, I'm kind of carrying it here. You know, you go transphobic.
All right, let's do it. I was thinking that. Like, you just got way too many back-to-back segments at the moment. Transphobic. We love it. It's back. Sorry that it wasn't here last week because the other
just
boys,
explain it for the first time listeners. I'm always worried. So cool. It just doesn't sound that different to something that could.
Transphobic is because I have a phobia of trams. It probably is. I just get so much anxiety on those things. Like I will never run from them. I will physically try not move when I'm on them.
It's not a bit. He's concerned.
Shocking.
You know, you can be comfortable on tram. You can have a good tram ride, but I mean, there is risks.
There is always risks involved. And I sort of saw it the other day. Because I swap between trams as well, and sometimes you get stuck at the traffic lights. And so we got stuck, and this guy was waiting with me, and we saw the tram sort of leave. And there's another station, a stop like 200 meters down the road. And so we start walking across. We get our green light, but it's already going. And this guy's like, I ain't missing it at the next stop.
No.
He starts sprinting down the path, but then he has to cross the road again. So he just starts running in the middle of the road, like behind this tram. And I was like, brother, stop. There's another one in 10 minutes. Far out. Oh, it was so bad. I was like, mate, work is not that important. Fuck. Oh, I saw it. I was like, nah.
That's the duality of man right there. Someone who wouldn't even like get into a brisk walk versus someone who would sprint into oncoming traffic.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, what are you doing, man? Oh, far out.
Did you feel anger, or what was the feeling?
Disappointment in the human race. I was like, yeah, how do you wake up this morning like thinking that you're going to win the day and do that?
I will not miss tram 46 or whatever they call it.
Yeah, because everyone on that tram hates you As soon as you get on there, they're like, "What the fuck, man? Either get here earlier or get the next one." Like, oh, disgusting. He would have been puffing. He would have got on there puffing. Oh, they probably would have like let him sit in the disabled seat.
Imagine he sits down next to someone, or he gets his sweaty arm on the hand grip next to someone, and then it lurches, and he like,
Jeez.
Probably going to be number one. Get rid of him.
When he bounces on trams, so
the tickets come around and be like, too sweaty, mate. $200.
Get off.
Yeah. Show me your Mikey card. Yep, it's wet. $200.
Yeah.
Oh well, there you go. I hope you felt superior on that day.
I did. Well, I felt like a normal person. I think he was in the minority that time.
Nice. I can't confirm or deny because I don't know if people are writing with how transphobic you are, or if they think you're the weirdo for missing that tram.
I'm not sure either.
Look, I've got 2 more segments, but I'm going to cut one because I'm a good bloke and I don't want to hold everyone hostage for the night or the morning or the day, whenever you're listening to this publication. I'm going to go with something that kind of ties in with the nicknames sort of thing. It was someone, it was an interaction I had at the bakery. I walked in, grabbed my food, grabbed my drink. G'day, mate. You know, I'm very friendly. G'day, mate. How's it going? He's like, yeah, all right, mate. Yeah, all right. And I was like, oh, and I'll get a cheese and bacon pie and I'll get an Anzac biscuit.
Ooh, yeah.
And clearly, you know, I'd come in, I'd given him my order up front because I'd put the drinks down. Yeah. And that was a bit much for him. And he said, oh, yeah, bro, chill. And I was like, what?
How do you respond to that?
How do you respond to that? How do I, like, would I go,
That's
bro, I am chill. I'm chill. It's like, well, no,
chill.
Like, everyone listening goes, whoa, I don't know. I missed the start of that, but Dan is freaking out. You know, he's not chill right now. It's like, no, but I was perfectly chill. I was like, yeah, g'day, mate. How's it going? Yeah, good. Boom, put the breaker down. Pie, Anzac biscuit. Yeah, man, chill. Like,
what was old mate doing? Was he like waiting, ready to serve?
Yes, he's all next.
Oh shit!
I came up
over. And then chilled just straight away.
And he chilled me, and I was like, and what? So obviously, like we said, I can't tell him I'm chill. That's so not chill. It's so not chill, and I am chill, and I was chill. For a minute there, I was like, fuck, let me tell this guy I'm cool. But then I was like, okay, so I say nothing, and I've been chilled by this guy. He chilled me.
Yeah.
He said, whoa, like I put the foot down on this guy who came in and said 2 objects that are almost within arm's reach. I told him, chill out. And he chilled. And it's like, I have some power over this guy. And you don't have power over me, bro. You don't. So saying nothing, I lose. Yeah. But also I prove I'm chill. I'm the most chill if I'm like, well, that's a bit fucked up of him to say, but you know, in my mind.
No, you should have said that to the other customers. Just turned and be like, you know what? That was pretty fucked up for him to say that.
I'm not chilling at that point. I'm focused. I'm fixated, you know. And then he goes to the customers. He goes, oh, this guy just charged in here, spitting orders at me. No, I came in very friendly because I'm a customer service guy. I get it.
And he asked.
And he summoned me. I didn't come up to him while he was like washing dishes. He was like, yeah, next, I'm ready for an order. I gave him 2 orders. I didn't give him a confusing coffee. I put my iced coffee down there. Done. And I want an Anzac biscuit from that cabinet, and I want a cheese and bacon pie from this cabinet. Maybe I should have just had a plain pie. Maybe that's what set him off. Whoa, okay, well, pie, cheese and bacon. How many ingredients does this guy want? Anyway, I was not chill about that, to be honest with you. Yeah. But I chose, and I need to know, like, what other option was there? But to tell him I'm chill, bro. You're not chill. You're the not chill one here, bro. Or to be like, yeah. I was just like, man. And I did. I went for
whatever,
actually, in my heart, I know I'm chill.
I got to go back and smoke some weed or something, you know, like, yeah.
It was tough for me, man.
I think I would have turned it back on him, and I just would have been like, oh, sorry, mate, bit much for you.
That's pretty good, actually. All right, that's cool. Let's just start with the cheese and bacon pie. Let's just start with the Anzac biscuit. We'll go from there.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then, oh, look at that. The breaker's right in front of you. You might as well scam that.
That's pretty. That's good. That's good, actually. Oh yeah, you're right, mate. Anzac biscuit first, please. Thanks.
And then as you walk out, you just like open the door and be like, I'm not fucking chill. And then just get out of there.
Cody. I'm not chill, Cody. Yeah. Anyway, that was good. Thanks, Dos. It's one of those classic. You need to stand away from the incident, but I'm still too hot about it. I'm still too fired up about it.
That is a tough one because, like, you're just going in there to get a fucking bite. You're not expecting.
I'm on lunch,
confrontation.
dude. I'm on lunch. I'm peak. I'm at the best you could be on a work day. You know, aside from knock off, I'm good.
True.
Straight into my notes, I'm like, dude told me to chill. I need to tell Dos. I was straight out the door, fucking.
While you're
dropped.
at the counter, motherfucker.
He fucking told me to chill, and I was already chill. Anyway. That's my story for the day. So thanks for your advice, Dos. Sometimes you up the trustees. Sometimes we help each other. That's what it's all about.
That's it. We're a community here, you know?
Yeah.
And part of that community is listening to us in a fortnight when we're back. And then next week, we'll have 101 first dates as well. So, yeah, jump on, listen into that. Just quickly, because by the time we do the next pod for this, it'll be November. And in November, I'm going to be doing Movember.
Nice.
Me too. Mo.
Yep.
And then I'm going to be doing Movember as well as part of it.
Movember. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they're trying to get people to run and like sort of set challenges with kilometers and that sort of thing.
Some Ned Brockman stuff.
I think so. Probably inspired by it. I'm all about it.
Yeah, so he ran 1,000 miles. How many are you thinking of doing?
Well, I'm trying to clock 200 in the month. So I'm going to put it on record because I ran 8 today and it was pretty hard.
200 Ks.
Yeah, so that's like 50 a week, basically.
Which
Just
is
shy
good.
of 50.
Which is
yeah,
good.
which
It
is
is-
more
it is
than
good.
ever done. We'd be double whatever I've done in the past. So it's going to be a big month. But once all that stuff's up, please, do some donations. We'll put something somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah,
somewhere.
could be a road guide to fundraising or challenges or something like that. Who knows?
True. So, just important. Support men's mental health. Plenty of issues down the road for me to come.
You'll be able to see the progress of our mustaches on Instagram.
Yes.
The trust.us.network Instagram.
Definitely. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have seen me without a beard either, so it'll be an interesting sight.
You get a mean handlebar, actually. Are you going full handlebars?
I'm going handlebars.
Yeah, you get a big fucking handlebar. And I'm just going for the classic, just a really tight. I could go for the Prosso goatee, but I'm a bit lacking just right here between the actual like soul patch section and the handlebar. Yeah. So I think I'll just keep it on the upper lip. The caterpillar.
Yeah,
caterpillar.
Yeah. No, I rate it. It's good. It's good for good cause. So donate along and give us a listen. Trust us.